But with the unemployment rate still so high, finding a new job in this tough market is not going to be easy. So a lot of people are finding themselves sticking it out in a job that they don't really like. But it is possible to make your job more tolerable. So says Jen Groover. She's a small business expert and author of What If and Why Not. Hi, Jen. Welcome back.
How are you?
Good. Thank you. Nice to have you back.
It's always great to be here.
I haven't seen you since you launched the book, which has been very successful. I'm glad to hear it. A lot of people taking that great entrepreneurial advice. Just do it. Just do it, you say.
It's a time where people are making changes.
Yeah, they are.
And they're taking their own lives in their own hand and creating their own fate right now.
Yeah, so, a lot of us don't have any choice, right? You have to do something. But if you are in a job that you have to hold on to until you find that dream job, or you can, as you step out on your own, there's some things you say you can do, not just to make it more tolerable, but to make the experience a rewarding one. You know, and mostly it's about perspective and mindset.
Yes,
right?
It is. It's all about perspective and mindset. You know, it really begins with being grateful for, yes, at least I have a job, where some people don't, and they would die for my job. And starting with that, looking at every moment of your life as an opportunity to learn and to grow. And maybe you're not thrilled with where you are, but coming into work with a perspective of, what am I going to learn differently today? Or maybe I can innovate while I'm here. So people get excited when they're challenged, and people like to do things differently. So maybe you become an innovator within something that seems so tedious. Make it extra special. Make your priority to be the best person at it. And be grateful for every moment that you have there as an opportunity to learn and further your career once you go past that, when you do have a new opportunity.
But it's also important to, outside the office, to expand your horizons outside the office as well.
Right. I see this as your time to re-energize. If you can expand your horizons outside the office by taking a hobby further and really investing your energy and efforts into it, or developing a new skill, or if you always wanted to learn a new language, going back to school to take a language class, something that inspires you and makes you passionate and excitable. So when you go back to the office the next day, you're energized from that experience. That's a
good perspective. Good way to look at it. All about perspective, as you say.
It is.
And the other thing is, I mean, it's so easy to get caught up in that office drama, you know, and everybody, I hate coming here, and you know, and but really the truth is, you need to focus on the positive, not just the positive environment, but the positive people in your office, and become one of those positive people. It's tough.
Exactly. It is. You have to stay out of the drama, because the drama perpetuates the bad situation, and it also fuels it. So if everyone's complaining, people pick up on the complaints, and then everything becomes magnified. Instead, try and find all the great things in the people around you, even the people that might not be nice to you in the office. Try and find the good within that person. Try and bring out the good in that person. Make that your challenge to get you through the day. Do not get caught in that situation where everyone's saying this is awful and that's awful, but finding all the good things in people, because then it makes the situation way more enjoyable.
Yeah, that's true. And it's also better if you feel good about yourself going in. So being healthy, keeping yourself fit, eating right, those kinds of things are important too.
Right. So when I go into corporations, I often see people dying for their 10 o'clock coffee break, or can't wait for lunch, and they're looking forward to that treat. They think that that's what the height of their day is. That is the worst thing you can do. Eating healthy is primary in keeping your energy up, and that really perpetuates the situation too. If you're not eating healthy and you're also not exercising and doing things to energize you, you're going to feel tired, and feeling tired leads to feeling maybe sad and depressed. And feeling sad and depressed makes you think that everything is worse than it is. So if you're exercising, if you can, in the morning before you go in the office, your energy's elevated, your endorphins are going, and you're likely to have a better perspective going into the day.
Yeah, and it fuels your mind and your body, right? And some people like to, you know, start their morning with a quote, or you know, just a little daily ritual that makes them feel better about starting the day.
Right. So fueling your mind, starting the day, is the most important thing. Besides, you know, before your body, fueling your mind to give you something positive, whether it is a quote, whether it's calling that friend that always gets you happy and looking at the positive and everything, or if it's watching a video, or if it's listening to certain music. Music really does sometimes get people excited and happy. So finding that thing that you know, or a couple things that you know, always puts you in a good mind space before you start your day. And even if you need them throughout the day as reminders, have them around you. Have vision boards at your desk. Have quotes around you during the day that keep you looking at all the good things in your life versus everything that can go wrong.
I just bought myself a Power of Positive Thinking calendar yesterday. I said that's instead of, you know, something rainbows or something, I bought a Power of Positive Thinking quote a day. So
it's important. You know, that's what puts you in the right space to have the best day possible every day.
Thank you so much, Jen. Helping us get our groove back. Jen Groover.